Good afternoon. My name is Aaron. Welcome back to the channel. Kane Cabins, baby. Today is a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I think it's Sunday. It's the day of the Lord, baby. It's the day of the sun. It's the day of light. You know, we keep the Lord's Day is on Sunday. It's not Saturn's Day. Saturn, that represents like Kronos, the guy who ate all of his children. The sun represents light. It represents life. It represents purity. So why would you have a problem with that? I really want to know, guys. Why would you have a problem with the day of the sun? I love it. I think it's fantastic. I like a bright sunny day. Who wants to have a dark, gloomy day? You want Saturn in the sky all day? That doesn't sound fun. But anyway, what's on my mind today? On my mind today is Black Sabbath. I watched a Black Sabbath Back to the Beginning concert yesterday. Oh my God, it was beautiful. It was glorious. I cried multiple times, y'all. All the bands played so good. Metallica played. Oh, they played so good. Kirk Hammett was killing them. Hetfield was killing them. Oh, motherfucking Slayer. Oh, I'm gonna get to that. Fucking Slayer, bro, is amazing. Holy shit. I about destroyed my whole fucking bedroom yesterday listening to Slayer. Oh my God, it was fucking glorious. Slayer's back together, guys. It was fucking amazing. And Slayer's the only one that got a pit started. Alright, if you guys didn't know, the largest mosh pits I've ever seen was at a Slayer concert. You know, that's the old heads too. Slayer's that's some old goddamn men. So how you young boys gonna let some old goddamn men get a bigger mosh pit than you going? That tells you that, oh, you young this generation, let me tell you. So I like this the young generation's cool though. They're a bunch of fucking Nazis. Extremists. Oh man, this road's closed up here. Let me over. I gotta scoot it on over. I gotta rock it on over. Y'all think about scooting it on over. Y'all, oh, you can't even turn right here. It's a no turn. I'm going down High Street. What y'all know about High Street, Columbus, Ohio? I'm just driving around. But yeah, I watched the Black Sabbath reunion. I'm going somewhere with this, trust me. This is a religious channel. I'm going somewhere. With it, goddammit. But first we gotta give credit to where credit's due. Black Sabbath. None of us be here without Black Sabbath. Okay, Tony Iommi is the greatest guitar player the earth has ever seen. That's not even up for the debate, y'all. I might fight over this. I love Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix is great. I seen a comment on YouTube. They said Jimi Hendrix added an extra 5,000 notes to the pentatonic scale or something like that. Yeah. Who else you know can add a billion notes to the pentatonic scale? Jimi Hendrix. That's a bad son of a bitch. But Tony Iommi, he makes real manly music. Make you want to crack a motherfucker upside their goddamn head music. Just makes you want to go, like Master P. That's what Tony Iommi does. Alright. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Tony Iommi, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, motherfucking Bill Ward was killing it. Geezer Butler was killing it on the bass, y'all. He's a monster. And I'm going to get Tony Iommi, the Geezer, and Geezer. They both look like they were in tip-top shape. And how the hell y'all going to let Tony Iommi, a goddamn old-ass man, still be the heaviest guitar player on the planet? He's all, you know, that tells you something about that man's character. Okay, he ain't to be played with. Alright. So, but Black Sabbath, goddammit. Actually, I had a point in the video. Let's go back to Slayer. Well, there are a bunch of different bands played. Black Sabbath played. Ozzy played. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful, bro. I love Ozzy with all my heart and soul. I love all the Black Sabbath singers. I love Ozzy. I love Dio. I really like Tony Martin. I'm not gonna lie. I really like Black Sabbath, guys. It's my favorite band. I like Black Sabbath, Sublime. I really like Sublime. You weren't ready for that. Another good three-piece. But motherfucking Slayer, goddammit. Holy shit, that was fucking amazing. They stole the goddamn show with Slayer. That was a hell of a tribute Slayer put on. God damn. I seen Slayer come back. Holy shit, I lost my mind. And the Tom Araya, he just started screaming, God hates us all. You know that Slayer song, God hates us all. Because you know Kerry King, I don't know what he is. I don't know the guy, but he's apparently like an atheist. He's against the religious shit, I know that. Can you blame him? But he has that song, God Hates Us All. And I was thinking about it. And I was like, whoa, that's Christian as fuck. Don't you guys know the Romans called the early Christians atheists? They called them atheists, bro. Because Christians would say the God of this world is evil. If he's not evil, he's malevolent. He's a bitch. He's a bastard. He's a dirty bitch. He don't care. He must hate us. Tell me, when you read the Bible, the God of the Old Testament, I'm going to just say, so in case you guys don't want to watch the whole video, the Jews and the Christians do not worship the same God. Y'all ain't going, I'll go. Jews and... They was looking at that ass, so they got distracted. Jews and Christians do not worship the same God. Okay? I'm going to tell you that right out the gate. The God of the Old Testament is essentially Satan, okay, Beelzebub, the God of this world. The New Testament refers to Yahweh as the God of this world. All right, who does the Bible say created the world? Yahweh. And also, who does the Bible say flooded the entire earth and killed every goddamn buddy, except for Noah and his family? It said Yahweh did that. In Greek mythology, it says Zeus. But Zeus and Yahweh is exactly the same character, pretty much, if you guys didn't know that. You can deny it all you want, but it's just truth. All right, I should know. They both flooded the earth. So that's the bad guy. You guys think, oh, Zeus is an asshole, he flooded the earth. I love Yahweh. I'm a child of Yahweh. He flooded the earth and killed everybody because he's righteous and holy. Righteous and holy is he, Yahweh. Or they'll say some gay shit, He flooded the whole earth and murdered billions of people. Billions, bro. Probably billions. Which way am I going? I'm going to go left. No, I need to go right. I don't know which way. What street am I on? No, I need to go straight. God damn it. Yahweh murdered billions of people. Billions, bro. I don't know the population of the earth, pre-flood. So I'm pretty sure it was very well populated. Yahweh had to make sure it was nice and right before he killed everybody. Nice, so yeah, Yahweh is the devil. But Christians, they would say, oh, Yahweh's God. And they'll say he is a loving God. So tell me, would a loving God kill everybody on the earth? That doesn't... Oh, it was for your own good. It was because people were being wicked. They was being wicked. So kill them all. Is that what Jesus taught? Is that the spirit of Jesus? Is that the spirit of love, hope, and peace? Okay? No. The New Testament teaches God is love. God is light. God is within you. All right? And the God of this world is the devil. And you read the Old Testament, Yahweh, he promises you nothing but material. He promises you material riches. The Old Testament is materialism. That's the God of this world. The same God who killed everybody. This is sounding like Satan, guys. He's not sounding like a good God. He kills everybody, but he tells you to hate evil, but he says he created evil. In Isaiah 45:7, Yahweh says he creates the peace and the evil. He creates the light and the darkness. So he says he creates evil, but tells you to hate evil. Retarded! The New Testament does not teach that. The New Testament says God is light and no darkness at all. In direct contrast and in direct opposition to Isaiah 45:7. 1 John 1:5 says God is light and no darkness at all. And the authors wrote that in direct opposition to Isaiah 45:7, where it says Yahweh creates darkness. Yahweh don't exist. It's a myth. All right, but anyway, but according to the myth, who created the earth? Yahweh. He created the world. Therefore, you read the New Testament, it says the God of this world. Now, if I asked a Christian, who is the God of this world? They would say Satan, and I would agree. But if I said Yahweh, they would disagree. But Yahweh, Satan, what's the difference? Satan works for Yahweh. Read the book of Job. Yahweh used Satan. Even the Jews would tell you that Yahweh works for Satan. Even the Jews will tell you. Okay. They're on the same team, guys. All right, so Yahweh's the devil. All right, that's the Satan. That's Beelzebub. He's the Lord of the Flies, the God of this world. And the Bible says he created the world. And what did Jesus say about this world? What did Jesus say about this world? He said, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then my servants would fight. But that doesn't say that in the Old Testament. Yahweh's kingdom is of this world. Yahweh's kingdom will be established on earth. All right, in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, Yahweh promised Moses and the Israelites all the kingdoms of the earth. Yahweh said, if you bow down and worship me, Moses, if you bow down and worship me, I'll give you all the kingdoms of the earth. And I'll give you all the riches you could ever want. That's the same thing that Satan offered to Jesus, right? Jesus was tempted by Satan in the wilderness for 40 days, 40 nights. The Israelites were tempted of Yahweh in the wilderness for 40 years, okay? It's the same. So the thing with Jesus being in the wilderness, being tempted of Satan, that's a parable. Almost the entire New Testament's a parable. That's a parable. Do you think he actually went 40 days without eating? Hey guys, that was probably a sign. That was a parable. And it's a parable talking about the Old Testament and about how Yahweh is actually Satan, because he is the one who promises you all of the riches and all of the kingdoms of the earth. Read Deuteronomy 28:1 in the entire Old Testament. Okay, that's the prophecies. They're all failed prophecies. There is no such thing as a successful Jewish prophecy, guys. They're all stupid and retarded. How about that? Jesus is not the Jewish Messiah. He's the Son of God, the Son of the real God, the Son of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh is not the real Heavenly Father. Okay? He's the local storm God of the Israelites. He's the local deity. He ain't no Iwalam. Alright? So Jesus is Lord, not Yahweh. So the Lord God, that used to be Yahweh. Now it's Jesus Christ, baby. Alright, so get it right. So the God of the world. So Yahweh is the God of this world. He said he created it. So it's his motherfucking world. And this world is trash. Tell me this world ain't just gay as fuck. Alright? You got mosquitoes everywhere. Okay? There's nothing but death, murder, kill. Nature is just a giant murder machine. We're going to get all philosophical about life. You have to murder other life forms and other creatures just to stay alive. And then you shit them out of your asshole. I love this world. You can say whoever created this is an incompetent fool. I'm not saying that. Maybe I would say it. I think I'm allowed to say it. You know what? The creator, whoever created this, is not open to constructive criticism. They always told me to be open to constructive criticism. So if somebody can't handle constructive, I'm pretty sure, guys, just let me, maybe, unless he's just a complete child, I'm sure whoever created all of this can handle a little bit of constructive criticism. That's all I'm saying. It's like when you got a video game and you have a request, a feature request. I just got feature requests, bro. That's all I want. I got update requests. I got some feature requests. That's all I got, bro. It's like, but you could say the God of this world hates us all. I could agree with Slayer. When that Slayer song comes on, I start banging. I could bang my head against the stage and still just bust open and start bleeding. Because I get so excited and so hyped. You know, because God apparently hates all of us. Apparently he fucking hates us. According to the Bible, I mean. According to the Bible, right? According to the Old Testament, he fucking hates Israel. Alright? He hates the whole planet. He flooded the entire earth. And then you can read all through the Old Testament how Yahweh in Deuteronomy 30:7, I believe. And Yahweh punished Israel. And he told them he was going to scatter them among all the nations. So Yahweh continually scattered his own sheep. He said it was a punishment for their wickedness. Everything is a punishment for their wickedness. Yeah, okay? You know, Yahweh never helps Israel in the Bible. He never helps them, always hurts them. He always murders them. He always scatters them to the four corners of the earth. Read the whole Old Testament. And then he puts the blame on us when he's the one who did it. He said he's the one who created evil and then blames us for doing evil. Makes sense out of that. That ain't no real God. So Yahweh, I got the radios bleeping and blooping, scanning. Uh-oh. So Yahweh clearly hates us. Oh, this ain't gonna go down well. Yeah, stay right there, buddy. Stay right there. You got it. Sorry. Here's a little pipsqueak car. So Yahweh clearly hates us. So he especially hates that he hates his own people. He says he loves them. He doesn't love them. He scattered them. He led the Israelite. If he was a real God, if Yahweh was the realest, most powerfulest God in the history of mankind, why did he not save the Israelites from the Assyrians? In the book of Micah, he said he was going to send his Messiah, and people falsely link that with Jesus. No. The prophecy about the Messiah in Micah is talking about the failed Israelite Messiah that was supposed to take down the Assyrians, and it never happened, guys. Yahweh, go ahead. Yahweh did not protect the Israel. He left them. He abandoned the Israelites continually. He let Israel be carried away into captivity into Babylon. He let them be enslaved by the Babylonians. And later on, he let the Israelites want the Jews. By that point, they weren't Israelites no more. He let the Jews get jacked up by the Seleucids. So, and later, the Jews totally got obliterated by the Romans. So Yahweh failed the Israelites every step of the way. Guess what? Did you not know that Jesus mentions this very fact? Yes. In the parable of the hireling. Because Yahweh is a hireling. You know the scriptures that say the sheep know my voice? A stranger they will not follow. That is what, the John the 10th chapter? The sheep know my voice. A stranger they will not follow. That is specifically and intentionally and directly talking about Yahweh. Okay, it's not some kind of thing I made up. It's not something I'm adding into it. I smoked some weed and then I seen it. And I smoked some good weed, and I was like, oh, check this out. This is my new interpretation. No, this was the intended original interpretation. Because it's the New Testament. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay? Jesus said, all that came before me are thieves and robbers. Out with the old, in with the new. The old God and the old local deity of the Israelites was Yahweh. And every other tribe and nation on the earth had their own local deity. The Greeks had Zeus, Romans had Jupiter, Phoenicians had Baal / Yahweh, whatever. When Jesus came, he said, that's done. That's old. I'm Lord now. I'm Lord. There is no other Lord. It's just Jesus. That's it. There ain't no Yahweh. Let y'all get that. It's just Jesus is Lord. What's so hard to fucking understand about that? He's the Kyrios. Now, Yahweh used to be the Kyrios. He ain't the goddamn Kyrios no more. Zeus used to be the Lord. Zeus ain't Lord no more. That's old. Those are thieves and robbers. The Levitical priesthood in the Old Testament were thieves and robbers. Moses was a thief and a robber. Okay? Plain and simple. Out with the old, in with the new. Fucking 2,000 years and y'all still ain't fucking got it. Alright, trying to hold on to some old ass pagan shit. Yahweh and goddamn Zeus. Alright. But back to John 10. I think it's John 10, right? The sheep know my voice. A stranger they will not follow. And nobody ever really followed Yahweh according to the Old Testament. Ain't nobody ever followed that shit. Yahweh is always complaining. Oh, the Israelites don't never follow my ways. They never listen to me. Oh, really? They never listen to you. That's just like John 10. It says, a stranger they will not follow. They do not listen to them. They do not follow the voice of the stranger. They follow me, though. They follow me. They follow Jesus. They follow me, baby. They gonna follow me. They follow Jesus. Ain't nobody gonna follow no Yahweh. None of you Christians will follow Yahweh if he was not attached to Jesus. You only in this for Jesus. That's the only reason any of us are in this thing. It's because of Jesus, baby. We not in this for no goddamn Yahweh. It's Jesus that attracted us to the light. That's what got us here. So get rid of the goddamn Yahweh worship. It's sickening. It's abhorrent. It's profanity. Yahweh worship is profane. Okay? Jesus is pure. It's the purest religion. It's so pure, so wholesome. Jesus is so pure, so wholesome. And then you read the Old Testament, and it's filth and rubbish, disgustingness, hatred. It's nothing but hate. It's all darkness. There's some good stuff in the Old Testament. I'm not gonna lie, I like a lot of it. I just like to diminish its status to that of a Lilliputian, you know. But the New Testament, oh my God, it's wonderful, it's beautiful. Okay, and the New Testament tells you the God of this world is the devil. You do not walk according to the ways of the God of this world. That's the God of the material world. It was Yahweh. That's the God of riches. He rewarded Job and Solomon with riches. That's the God of this world, guys. Deuteronomy 28:1. Please read it. Like, nobody listens to me. Like, why? That's why I probably don't even need to make videos. Nobody's going to listen to me anyway. I made quite a few videos on this channel, BitChute. I might upload this to BitChute. I don't know. I got tired of BitChute. Y'all got bad. I get way more views on BitChute. Everybody on there is a fucking asshole. Like, almost everywhere you go, everyone's an asshole. I'm like kind of chill now. I might talk tough. I'm actually chill, bro. I'm actually chill. I just get the spirit and talk shit. But people on the, I want to say this to people on the internet, like, watch how you talk to people in the comments. Like, I'm a tough guy, whatever. I'm not a tough guy. You know, I can be a tough guy. Well, I can talk shit, you know, better than the rest of them. I can talk shit with the best of them, okay? I'm pretty good at it. I watched a lot of WWF growing up, a lot of wrestling. I know how to talk shit, all right? But I really do watch how I talk to people on the comment boards. I try not to call people names too much. I don't really, like, do ad hominem type stuff. I mean, if I do, it'd be like playful. You know, you just be nice to people, bro. Because people are so hateful. So hateful and so mean. But I think, you know, this people being hateful and mean all the time, that just means that you lack love. It really does. That sounds super gay. But it just means you lack love, and your lamps need trim. You lack love, bro. You need some light.